Today, I'm bringing guys a brand new sports cards video. In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down 5 basketball cards that I believe are great investments heading into next season. These are personally guys that I am buying up and that I believe are going to go up a lot. Now, before we get into that video, I did want to say a little bit about our membership program because we've had a lot of very great picks recently. From one weekly report of ours that we dug up, we've had a few picks that have done extremely well. For example, we have a Ja Morant Prism Blue PSA 9 that we recommended for $17.50. We spotted a trend in the market that was coming about where team color Prism rookie cards became very popular, and that's why we recommended Ja's PSA 9 for under $17.50. They're currently up to around $3,300 on alt. Most recent sale on eBay is close to $3,000. Another trend we were able to spot and were very correct on was F1 before that started to pop off. So as you guys can see, we are recommending Sapphire boxes for $900 to $950 and standard chrome boxes for $700 to $750. If we look at what those are selling for now, they're well over $2,000. For the regular hobby boxes, and then the Sapphire boxes are closer to $3,000, as you can see right here. So a lot of our members tripled their money from that pick, so we're always staying one step ahead of the market. So if you guys would like to join in on the profit and make some money with us, go ahead, click the link down below to sportscardsinvest.com if you would like to join in on the program. But without further ado, we are going to hop right into this video. So the first card that I believe is more so a quite obvious investment to me is LeBron James's Topps Chrome rookie card, and his Topps in general. I believe all of LeBron's market is going to start to heat up, and I believe one core reason for that is going to be his scoring title. As you guys know, LeBron is likely going to, he's going to get the scoring title this year. In terms of the most points ever scored, he's going to pass Kareem likely this year if he stays healthy. And I think that's going to be a big driver for his sports card market. For the long term, I believe that's going to be extremely key for his sports card market. And I definitely believe now is a great time to be buying into LeBron's cards because they've been very depressed. However, one thing to keep in mind is his Topps Chrome PSA 10 has jumped from around $6,000 to close to $9,000. Most recently, they've been cooling down a little bit, closer to $8,250, as you can see with this card right here. But as you guys know, what happens when a player's market rises is their most common investments go up first. So for example, the PSA 10 is going to go up first, and then the PSA 9 is going to follow, PSA 8 is going to follow, and the rest of his card market is going to follow. As you guys can see, his PSA 9 is already starting to follow. We're seeing more of his recent sales closer to $2,500 on the PSA 9. So we're definitely starting to see a lot of LeBron's cards start to take a little jump. Now, I think investors that cannot afford his 2003 Topps Chrome are going to start to go into his 2004, which is his second year, which we saw go up a lot during the peak last February. So I think this is a card to be looking out for very soon that could potentially get a good increase in price. We see the PSA 10s already starting to get some movement. These are up to around $430 in a PSA 10. At its bottom, it was close to $250. So we're seeing big jumps in LeBron's prices. So I definitely believe that's something to keep an eye on. If you can get any LeBron right now that hasn't sold in a while, if you can buy it for the same price as it sold for 2 months ago or 1 month ago, likely you're going to get great value on your money. I'm personally going after his 2003 Topps Chrome Refractor. A PSA 10 has not sold in quite a while. So if I can get that at around the price of 2 months ago, I think I'm already going to be up 10 to 12,000 off the bat. Of course, they're pretty tough to find, but I think that's definitely a great buy right now. But without further ado, we're going to hop right into another player that I'm personally pretty high on given his current prices. And that is Michael Porter Jr. As you guys know, Michael Porter Jr. has been injured for a good amount of his young career. And, Michael Porter Jr.'s prices are down quite a lot. If you look at, his stuff from its peak, it's down a heavy amount. And I think Michael Porter Jr., when he's healthy, he's a star in his draft class. I definitely think a lot of his prices are just way too low right now. And I think when he gets back on the floor, there's going to be a lot more demand that comes to his cards. So that's why I'm personally buying out Michael Porter Jr. right now. I understand it's a little bit more speculative, but I think if he stays healthy, his prices are going to get a significant jump. Another player that I'm buying, and this is personally just for the hype before the season, is Zion Williamson. Of course, Zion is a player that I've personally never touched in the past. I've always felt he was too risky. But this is more so a hype short-term flip that I'm planning on making. I think he's obviously right now, his card market is one of the hottest in basketball. And I think leading up to next season, with him coming back healthy, I think he's going to have a great increase in price leading up to the season. I'm personally expecting another 20% on his cards before the season starts in around a month and a half. I know they've already jumped around 10 to 15% on most of his cards already. I personally think these cards are going to continue to stay very strong until the season starts. His Prism Silvers have gone up quite a lot already, so I'm personally looking for a little bit more speculative plays for Zion, such as his optic, blue velocity. I think is a good color match that I think hasn't gone up as much as a lot of his other cards have. So I think this has a little bit more room for upside compared to most of his cards, and just different low-key cards of his that haven't really hit mainstream yet, but I think are going to hit mainstream in the next month. So that's the personal cards that I'm going in for Zion Williamson. My main buy, to be honest with you guys, has been Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard, when he's healthy, is a top 5 to top 7 player in the NBA, and I believe his card prices just simply do not resonate with that. If you guys know anything about 2012 Prism, you guys know that the population reports are extremely low, especially when it comes to the Prism Silvers. This right here has a pop, I believe, of under 50 in a PSA 10. So this is like the staple investment for Kawhi Leonard and 2012 Prism basketball rookie cards. So I definitely think this is a card that's going to go up quite a lot leading up to the season. And into next season, to be honest. I think when Kawhi comes back and when the Clippers even show they're a threat, I think the card market for Kawhi is going to really soar. For those of you who cannot quite afford his Prism rookie cards, I think his Hoops rookie card has usually been the second card that lower key investors go to. So if you cannot afford his Prism, I think a lot of the bulk of investors are going to go towards his Hoops rookie card, and his Hoops rookie card is dirt cheap right now. You can get PSA 9s for roughly $20, which I know is just extremely low. At one point during the peak, these were close to $200 in a PSA 9. So this card right here in a PSA 9 was close to $200. It's currently down to around $20. So I think there's definitely a lot of room for growth in Kawhi's Hoops rookie cards. So I definitely think, getting in on Kawhi's market when it's down so much is a good buying opportunity and can lead to steady, big returns, to be honest, on his rookie cards. Now, without further ado, we're going to hop right into another player that is in the same draft class as Kawhi Leonard, and that is Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is another player who has really battled a lot of injuries, and the Lakers have had a few disappointing seasons. I definitely think the Lakers, regardless of how they perform next season, we're going to see a price increase in Anthony Davis's card market, in my opinion, and that is just because of how low they are right now. This is a low pop staple rookie card of Anthony Davis that is down to $300 in a PSA 10, and you can find some of his, pristine rookie cards with a low population for as low as $100. Now, I think this is a card that's bound to do some great things, just given he's already a champion. He's a face of, the future in the NBA. He's still very young. Like I said, already got a championship and is still playing alongside LeBron James in the bright lights of LA. Of course, any player on the Lakers is going to get a level of hype that is past any other team aside from the Knicks. And that's why I think Anthony Davis is a great play right now. I definitely think if he has a healthy season, he's going to look like a top 10 player in the NBA as he's been in the past. And I just think people are very quick to forget. I'm personally always buying players after a down year, after a year of injury, because I think that's where the most upside lies. If you're buying players at a 90% discount, I definitely think the upside's far greater than the downside. And I think Anthony Davis's career accomplishments have already surpassed where his prices are at right now, regardless of his future. So I think, there's more upside than downside in Anthony Davis's card market. That is kind of a trend for my picks. I'm not usually going after the Lukas, the Trays, the guys who have already been so hot in this market, but more so the guys who have suffered quite a lot and have more room for growth now. And if they have a breakout year, I can see a 5-7x return on my money instead of a steady 30 to 40% gain. So those are the plays I'm going after, just trying to find those investments that I feel have the lowest risk for the most amount of upside is really the way I think. So it's just downside to upside ratio, and the higher that is, the better. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you would like to join in on the program, the link is down below to sportscardsinvest.com. Other than that, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'm out. Peace.